in Macedonian capital and enjoy great Macedonian hospitality that we enjoyed last night and tonight again. I was here last time, I think more than a year ago, and we have all these meetings and gatherings just to promote regional cooperations, and for that reasons I do thanks to organizers to bring us together to discuss regional issue again. What Jelko said about Croatians and the Western Balkans, and Boris just mentioned that I think it's the old-fashioned approach that the Croatians don't like to be called the Balkanians. Well, going back to 1990s, that's true, but I think ordinary people realize that Croatia is a part of the Western Balkans, or whatever we call this area, Southeast Europe. And I think, just as our Slovenian friend, I think we have to be deeply involved in all these processes, help the regions to open prosperities, and I think that's the only way how to bring the region on the way to European Union and just try to live normally, finally. I think, yeah, the fact is that the problem is in the heads, but I would go further, a little bit further, and say that primarily problem, speaking about the region, is in the heads of politicians. We have many political elites even today in the region that don't understand quite well what does mean tolerance, what does it mean dialogue, and I do believe that's the two key words in the region, how to promote that regional security and regional stability. We all know that Southeast Europe or the Western Balkans has been challenging EU's CFSP for the last 2 decades. Fortunately, we don't have open threat either of ethnic conflicts or any kind of threats. But definitely we still have some kind of challenges in the region. Don't mention Bosnia and Herzegovina that we don't have today on our panel, maybe next time, because I think Bosnia and Herzegovina is a priority to be solved, speaking from the perspective of the regional security and stability. And of course that's the Kosovo, where I do believe that situation is still under control, and I'm looking forward to see next panel on that issue, and I'm just looking forward to hear the solutions for Kosovo. But definitely these or that solutions, I think we have to be realistic, and because we are all dealing with politics, and I mean without realistic politics there is no sense of political activities. We all know that stability in the region is primarily the problem of the European Union. And I do believe that the European Union should be a little bit more deeply involved in the problem that we have in the region. I think the Western Balkans has been put in some kind of waiting room. And I think the situation what we have right now is demanding to have a little bit different approach. Instead of waiting room, I think what we need in the region is exercise room. That means that to allow countries in the region to exercise on a daily basis their programs, and I know good thing is that all political elites in the region very openly and very clearly stressed that the interests of all countries in the region is EU membership, NATO membership, and that's the good thing. But on the other side, we're still facing some challenges in the region, and that's the fact. And I see these gatherings today and before and tomorrow, how to bring people together. We liberals, I think that's the less problem, but we have some political elites that maybe will cause some obstacles. For that reason, I do believe that all what we will discuss today is in that way to see what's the perspectives, how to solve some problem. The panel title is Croatia and Slovenia, and I agree that there is nothing much to say after Jelko or Boris. We had experience that Slovenia is a friendly and neighbor and country and people blocked Croatia at one moment on our negotiation process to EU. In my mind, it was a little bit surprised, I might say, because we know that we are dealing with politics, it's a national interest. But anyway, I think it was a surprise for people in Croatia why Slovenia now blocked Croatia on their way, because we have mutual interest. Slovenia has an interest to support Croatia as a future member country. But it happened. And of course, having in mind that political elites in Croatia and Slovenia, we just solved that problem. I think just like everywhere in the family, sometimes we have a problem, sometimes we can solve the problems bilaterally, but sometimes we need third party to be involved, and I think it's a good example that Croatia and Slovenia put the border issue to arbitration, and I do believe that it's a fair way how to solve our problems. We'll offer some evidence or some reasons why we think that we are right and Slovenia will do the same. And I think that's the way for the region how to solve the problems. We have another example, it's from early 1990s, how some in the region tried to solve some problems and it didn't work, definitely. It was a tragic. But now I think lessons is learned, and I think that the only way is to open dialogue, what we are doing on a daily basis, I would say, not just in Croatia and Slovenia, but in the region. I'm very active in the NGO sectors through Atlantic Council of Croatia or Center for International Studies, and we really enjoy to come to the region, to Macedonia, to Bosnia, to Montenegro, Serbia, of course. I was in Berlin just a couple of days ago, and we just had a really nice talk about how to bring the region on the right way and to stabilize all these processes that's going right now. Well, I don't know. I will stop here and just let others to be included in discussions, and looking forward to have interesting discussions. Thank you.
Благодарам, господин Накич. Тука завършува нашите